Generally speaking, what does a guy mean when he says he is not a feminist? It could mean many different things, but you're better off having him explain what he means. There's no real general answer. Some men believe in all the patriarchy framing, but say that they definitionally cannot be feminists because they themselves are not female. Effectively, they are at most capable of being an ally. In the same way a white person can't really be a Black Panther. This is why an extreme liberal might say it. Some men believe in gender roles and traditionalism and that feminist goals are fundamentally bad or impossible. That might come from 1950s family values from the Ben Shapiro type, or more aggressive misogyny from Andrew Tate persona. This is why a right-winger might say it. Some men think that feminism is defined by its current activist movements, rather than its history, and reject some of fourth-wave feminism's more divisive rhetoric. They see constant references to the patriarchy and toxic masculinity as simplistic, inaccurate, unnecessarily combative, and thus ultimately counterproductive, yet they are 100% in favor of equal opportunity for all. This is why a center-left person might say it. Like feminism has a few potential definitions, and so supporting it or not can boil down to which definition you are using. There's no telling. The discourse is so poisoned with people not knowing what words mean. I don't even know what it means when people say they are a feminist these days. The word feminist has been used as a label to describe a wide variety of ideologies. I am one kind of feminist, but I steer clear of the word because it could mean different things. Two I've seen on that are: 1. If questioned, he actually mostly is a feminist, supporting women's autonomy and freedom, but doesn't like the culture of the feminist movement. 2. Anti-feminist, red pillar, etc. Depends on what definition of feminism you mean. In my experience, there is a range from equal rights for all, men included, which is great in theory and I would subscribe to, 2. Special privileges for women and all men are evil. If you can't or won't acknowledge both exist, you're being disingenuous, willfully ignorant, or naive. Depending on his views, might be a genuine misogynist or someone that instead subscribes to a different school of thought such as egalitarianism that is completely gender neutral or is just completely indifferent. I believe in equality between the sexes, but wouldn't describe myself as a feminist. Feminism is an advocacy movement for women, and I at least don't believe it really discerns between equality and advantage. People will then respond that feminism is all about equality and it's for the benefit of both genders. I don't believe that. I believe a lot of women sincerely believe that, but it's not what I see in application as a movement. IDK mate, something tells me he might not be in feminist? Correct me if I am wrong. It means he doesn't hate himself. I come from a country where men and women have equal legal and human rights, and have had them for a very long time. When someone in my country tells me they are a feminist, it feels like someone telling me they're a samurai. The fight for that is over. Equality in this case won a long time ago, and when people use it nowadays, they do it to hide their idiocy behind some obscure first world problems and non-issues like, we need more women in science. The patriarchy is pulling us down. Okay, do you study science? No. You study management. Very popular in my country. Did a man stop you from studying science? No? Well, go into science. Shift the scales. No one is stopping you. Women's basketball is failing. This is men's fault. Okay, do you watch women's basketball? No? Why not? You watch men's and know everything about Jokic? Go watch and support the women's if you want it to succeed. So, when someone asks me if am I a feminist, I tell them I support the rights of women as humans and equals. But I don't support the modern bastardization and trivialization of a movement that actually stood for something and actually won. Like I said, at least in my country. I definitely don't consider myself a feminist, but I support equal rights for all, including women. It depends. I know a lot of people, including women, who think third-wave feminism has missed the point. And instead of equality, it seems like they want to be above everyone who isn't a woman. For example, the shirts, "The future is female," is not an inclusive slogan whatsoever. I feel like a lot of bad actors have infiltrated the group and started pushing bad messages. He's like the majority of normal guys and isn't one of those loony whack job folks. Congratulations on finding a normal level-headed person. Probably that he's no feminist. It means he isn't one. You can find at least 5 comments say something along the lines of, either he hates women or he's ignorant, and those types of people right there make people avoid feminism like the plague. Means he's met too many sexist women, I guess. That he's not a feminist, but that doesn't mean he's misogynistic either.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.